The year is 2025. The United States finds itself navigating a familiar, yet increasingly complex landscape. It is a place where deeply held religious beliefs intersect with the machinery of public policy. This intersection is not always smooth. It is often a site of friction, debate, and profound disagreement. People of faith feel their role in public life is shrinking. Others see religious claims as a threat to equality and public order. The central question for our time is a difficult one. How can a diverse republic honor both the freedom of religious conscience and the laws that bind a pluralistic society together? This is not merely an academic exercise. It touches every part of American life, from our schools to our hospitals to the digital town square. The foundation of this entire debate rests on a single sentence in the United States Constitution. The First Amendment makes a dual promise. It states that Congress shall make no law respecting an establishment of religion, prohibiting the free exercise thereof. This is the bedrock of religious freedom. The Establishment Clause prevents creating a state church and favoring one religion over another. The Free Exercise Clause guarantees the right to hold and practice beliefs without government interference. These clauses work in tandem to create space for faith outside state control. The First Amendment also guarantees freedom of speech. This right is famously broad. It protects not just popular or agreeable speech. It protects speech that is offensive, speech that is challenging, and speech that is dissenting. The core idea: the best way to find truth is a free and open exchange of ideas, not government censorship. The years between 2020 and 2025 provided vivid examples of the clash between faith, speech, and public policy. The COVID-19 pandemic was a primary catalyst. As governments imposed restrictions on gatherings, many houses of worship found themselves in the crosshairs. Church leaders argued limits on worship, while stores and other venues remained open, were discriminatory. Legal challenges claimed overreach and infringement on free exercise. Public education remained a battleground. A high school football coach insisted on praying at midfield after games. The school argued endorsement and pressure. The coach claimed personal free speech and religious expression. The case illuminated the line between private devotion and public state-sanctioned display. Bakers and web designers declined same-sex wedding services, citing conscience. Advocates argued public businesses must serve everyone. Online, moderation of religious speech prompted charges of censorship and debates over platform roles. Two deeply felt perspectives shape this debate. The conservative viewpoint fears erosion of religious liberty amid a secularizing culture. Mandates in healthcare, education, and commerce force choices between faith and livelihood. The First Amendment protects religion from government, not government from religion. Terms like hate speech, they argue, silence orthodox teachings on sexuality and family. Strong religious exemptions are shields for conscience, not swords to harm. Progressives prioritize equality and protection of vulnerable minorities. Religious freedom is vital, but not absolute. Never a license to deny civil rights. Businesses in the public sphere must abide by equal treatment laws. Expression in public institutions can coerce or exclude students of different faiths, or none. An inclusive public square avoids state preference for any religion. The aim: universal rights where liberty does not come at the expense of equality. The judicial and legislative branches act as arbiters. The Supreme Court has played a central, decisive role. A shifting court composition produced rulings favorable to religious freedom claims. Governments could not impose stricter limits on worship than on comparable secular businesses. Courts remain committed to protecting free exercise while wrestling with lines. In 303 Creative LLC vs. Lennis, the court ruled the state cannot compel an artist to create expression that violates beliefs. Conservatives hailed a conscience victory. Progressives warned of discrimination risks. States created a patchwork reflecting political divides. Conservative states passed RFRAs, demanding compelling interest before burdening religion. They expanded protections in schools and for medical conscience, including abortions and gender-affirming care. Progressive states broadened civil rights with narrow or no exemptions. Rights can differ state to state, deepening two legal regimes. Navigating division requires more than court battles and legislation. Prioritize legal clarity. Vague or overly broad laws fuel conflict. Specify protected actions and circumstances. Narrowly tailor protections to avoid undue third-party harm. Build robust local dialogue and mediation frameworks. When conflicts arise, trained mediators help stakeholders seek practical accommodations. Emphasize problem-solving over ideological warfare. Institutions should model neutrality with clear, content-neutral policies. Allow voluntary, student-led faith clubs that don't disrupt learning. Teach why protecting others' liberty protects our own. Leaders can stand firm while acknowledging opponents' good faith. Faith communities can uphold doctrine while serving all. This quiet bridge building often outlasts the loudest protests. As of 2025, the United States remains defined by liberty and pluralism. Tensions between faith, speech, and policy are features, not failures of a free society. No single ruling or statute will resolve them. The path is balancing competing goods. Commit to civic rules even as we advocate fiercely. The solution isn't faith withdrawn, nor claims overriding civil rights. It lies in principled compromises with clear laws that protect core practices while preventing tangible harm. Institutions must be fair and neutral. Courts must weigh specific facts carefully. Ultimately, the republic depends on the spirit of its citizens. Recover civic grace. Presume goodwill. Listen, understand fears. Seek accommodation without surrendering principles. Free speech and religious freedom are assets that drive resilience and renewal. Americans can speak freely and believe deeply while upholding law and mutual respect. It is the enduring work of being a citizen.